That is all stated to be in the interest of us being ruled by our reason. What is the longest surviving written constitution in human history?
The Magna Carta?
Students are wonderful.
I say the Ten Commandments.
Are those constitutions?
I don't know, it's an agreement between God and the Hebrews.
Is it?
It's worth a shot.
I don't think they're the 10 contractual provisions. No, the Magna Carta is, it's an element of the British Constitution. It's true. But the British Constitution doesn't come to be with that. It takes more. Oh, come on, you guys got to be able to answer that question.
The American Constitution?
Ha! Ha! We have now named the elephant in the room. This Constitution is the longest surviving thing of its kind in all of human history. And I think we've reached why. Right here. Step 1, it gives effect to consent to representation. Step 2, it locates all the sovereignty in the people, not in the government. No one in the government can say that he or she is acting of his own will, right? Step 3, it excludes the sovereign from the ordinary operation of the government, which places a check on the sovereign too. And that is all stated to be in the interest of us being ruled by our reason through discussion. James Madison was aware that reason and speech are the same thing. We should talk things through before we do them. And it should not be our passions. Passions don't tend to last that long. Convictions do. Reason does. And you're arguing about it all the time, all along the way. And that means that Madison says that these arrangements here, this connection between the people and the government that gives power to the government, locates ultimate authority in the people, prescribes how the people must hold opinions over time to make them effective. This set of arrangements, what does this make it possible for them to do? They can delegate the authority to more than one place. You can give the legislative power to the Congress in Article 1 of the Constitution. You can give the executive power to the President in Article 2 of the Constitution. They each have their own relationship with the sovereign people. They are quite equal as regards authority. You can give all the judicial power in Article 3 to the courts, and you can use Article 1 and Article 2 institutions to combine to appoint the judges. You can leave most of the power in the hands of the states, and you can protect that in Article 4 of the Constitution. You see the symmetry and the strength of that? All made possible by this consent and representation. If the sovereign was in the government, whatever part of the government, and Madison writes this over and over in the Federalist, Hamilton too, whatever part of the government the sovereign was in, that would become the dominant part. Whereas now we can separate the powers, and then they can be stronger, which you need, but still also safe. So what that means then is that the principle of human equality under the laws of nature and of nature's God gives rise, and all this happens, by the way, in about 8 lines in the Declaration of Independence, gives rise to the principle of government by consent. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal and endowed by the Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That follows from equality up above. under the authority of the natural law, which is just our perception of what kind of thing each of us is, right? We're not like dogs. We're also, interestingly enough, not like God or the angels, who are mentioned in the Declaration of Independence, right? And so once you've got that, then all of a sudden you lay the ground for a government that is grounded in the people, but the powers are so arranged so that the better angels of our nature, to quote Lincoln, drive the government. And that, the claim by the founders and the claim by me, the founders believed that this government, because it's in accord with human nature, which is that nature above the beast and below God, this government can last a long time. In principle, as long as the earth lasts or people last. And it has lasted a long time.
Thank you for watching. We hope you're enjoying our highlight series and invite you to explore all of Hillsdale College's online courses. They are free and for everyone who loves to learn.